Hey, everybody, welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm here with the miserable liberal, Ron Placone.
I am miserable.
Howdy, howdy.
Sad story. Not a happy story out of Houston. ABC 13 Houston tweeted out, Dad accused of leaving 5 kids, all under age of 8, home alone so he could go to work. It's more of a tragic story than you think. The guy, his wife, he's married to his wife. They have 5 kids. His wife has stage 4 cancer. So, here's a little bit from the story. A Raleigh man is facing jail, child abuse, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Raleigh police said the man was at work. Victor Alonzo King lists his employer as Chipotle. King, who is 30 years old, is the father of all 5 children. Those children ages 8, 7, 5, 3, and 1. So the reporter from ABC 13 called the Chipotle where they said he works. The manager there said she wouldn't say whether he worked at the store she manages, but she did say he left his children with a neighbor who had kept them before, and that neighbor then left the children alone. In court Wednesday, King told the judge he is the sole provider for his children and his wife is very ill. So instead of our society figuring out a way for poor people to go to work while they have kids, we do nothing and we put the guy in jail. Hey, I'm not saying what the guy did was right at all. I'm saying the guy's going to work. He wasn't going out to drink. He wasn't going out to do drugs. He wasn't going to a concert. His wife has cancer, and he has to go to work so he can pay for her bills. And according to the manager at Chipotle, he left the kids with a neighbor, and the neighbor left them. Now, it's not clear if King has medical insurance through his employer. I'm going to guess no. Does Chipotle give out health insurance? I guess you have to work 40 hours. If you work 40
Probably if you're in a managerial
you have to
position.
work, but if you work 40 hours, they have to.
They would probably give you.
You know what, Jimmy? I still don't even understand why that is relevant. If
I know.
Chipotle provides insurance or not. Obviously, this guy and his family are in dire straits
They're in
right
dire
now.
straits.
And that whether or not it's like instead of plastering his photo,
Right.
showing that he abandoned his children, he's actually trying to survive right now.
Right.
And we should be helping him.
Yes, the guy needs help. And
Yeah,
they put him in prison.
I kind of thought that too. It's like the news headline, the way it was presented, almost made him look like he was a neglectful, criminal or something. It's like, no, this guy is desperate, and that's how desperate he was.
Yes,
and that's how we celebrate somebody who decided that I'm going to commit as a father and be present in my children's lives and be a provider. And my wife is ill with cancer, so
Stage
instead
4.
of helping, we're going to imprison him. And so then what
that'll
kind
help
of
the
life are
kids.
these kids going to have?
That'll help the kid. Well,
Where are you pro-lifers?
Right. Let's watch the news report. This is from ABC 13. This is their news report about it.
This afternoon here in a Wake County courtroom, the defendant told the judge that he not only went to work to support his kids, but his wife, who has stage 4 cancer. And he fears if he doesn't get out of jail, there will be no support for the kids or his wife.
I'm practically, like her only way to pay for all of her medical bills. So I was wondering if I can get out early and I can, still work or whatever, so I won't lose my job.
Raleigh police say King left his 5 children alone in their North Raleigh apartment all day Tuesday. Police were tipped off by a 911 caller. They released the call this afternoon. The caller confirmed that the mother of the children, all under the age of 8, does have a serious medical problem. But the caller said Tuesday wasn't the first day the kids were left alone.
Her husband has been the one caring for the kids. And we tried to help him get a babysitter, but he refuses our help. And this is the second time. I called the police department last night because this is the second day the kids have been left alone.
The judge questioned King about his plight as she was considering lowering his $25,000 bond.
So they could put him in jail and say you got to pay us $25,000 before you get out? What? Of course he doesn't have that money. So what do you have to pay? 10% of a $25,000 bond? You have to pay $2,500? Isn't that how it works? I don't know. I never had to pay a bail. But I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Then the prosecutor spoke up.
So listen to what happens here.
Mr. King was convicted of willful cruelty to a child out of California. That was back in 2011.
After hearing that, the judge did not lower the bond. It's not clear if King will be able to post the $25,000 and get back to work.
So now who does this help? Who does it help? You take that guy and you put him in prison. He loses his job. His kids don't have a dad. His wife doesn't have a husband to care for her. Who does this help? How does that solve a problem? You're creating 3 or 4 and more bigger problems. The guy needs daycare. He doesn't need a fucking jail cell. What is wrong with our goddamn country? What is wrong with our society? A poor guy has 5 kids and a sick wife and he has to go to work, and our solution is put him in jail? What is wrong with us? Why don't we provide daycare for people? It's such a screwed up society. Again, you know what this does? This criminalizes poverty. This is what we're doing in America. If I was brought up Catholic, you're supposed to look out for the poor. There, but for the grace of God goes I. Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, you do to me. All that stuff. It's all bullshit. No one believes any of it. Because if we did, we'd have a program to take care of people when they go to work. We could take care of their kids. Who's going to pay for it? God damn it. How does that help his 5 kids that judge is going to keep him in prison until his court date? What the fuck is his kids? Now no one's watching his kids. Oh, no, we'll just split up his family. We'll put him in child protective services. They'll go into other foster homes and get abused. It's disgusting. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. The guy's going to work, and you still find a way to put him in prison instead of trying to find a way to help him. Anything?
Well, the fact is, Jimmy, you already highlighted it. Our country doesn't really care about kids, and they do criminalize poor. And there is no access. There's... that if he's going to have to spend $2,500 just to get out, I think if he had that money, he would have been using it
to hire a babysitter.
No, probably to care for his wife first and foremost.
Right.
Oh, it is 10%, by the way. I did look that
up.
Yeah, it is 10%. I mean, listening to that phone call was just painful. I mean, that was just painful to hear. I mean, somebody pleading, can I please get out early so I don't lose my job so I can work to help my ill wife, and I have 5 kids. I mean, that's brutal. I mean, that is just brutal. That poor guy.
So that guy goes to jail, but Adrian Peterson, who beat his kid with a whip on his genitals, he doesn't go to prison. He's got a great job in the NFL.
How about that policeman that was selling drugs?
Policeman caught selling drugs. Policeman caught selling drugs out of the evidence locker. Doesn't go to jail. We just did that the other day. We just did that story. Gets caught selling drugs that they already put people in jail for selling, and then he takes them and resells them for 9 months. He did no jail time. But this guy who went to work because he doesn't have enough money to hire a babysitter. Maybe that's why he didn't hire a babysitter. They're like, oh, we tried to find him a babysitter. Maybe he can't afford a babysitter. His wife's got cancer. Anyway, we need a revolution in this country, and I'm not even kidding a little. We need a revolution. We need a real revolution. And the corporate Democrats and Wall Street and Big Pharma are doing everything they can to stop our peaceful revolution. So, was it John F. Kennedy who said those
who make peaceful revolution
impossible,
make violent revolution inevitable?
Something like that.
That was JFK.
So JFK said that. Well, we need a revolution in America. The plutocrats have taken over, and they're not even paying a little bit of care about you. They don't give a crap, even a little. FDR convinced his rich friends that they had to give away some of their money if they wanted to keep most of it. So now everybody can have a decent life. And that's over with. They're not giving away anything. They're taking away Meals on Wheels. They're putting people in jail for going to work. This is a two-tiered society. It's the rich and the poor, and it's a big club, and you ain't in it. And now being poor is a crime in America. Wow. Thanks, Ronald Reagan.